Welcome back to Tank Tuesdays with Nether. How you guys doing today? I don't think that's my normal intro. Yeah, I don't... Isn't it supposed to be... What's up, everyone? Nethervoid back with more tanks for you. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. But Tank Tuesday is cool. It's got its own thing, kind of. You can see I'm back in War Thunder here with my German tanks. I pretty much just working on the same line all the time. I haven't bought premium with War Thunder. I think I'm going to, though, because I'm really loving the tank, the style of gameplay in this game. I think the biggest thing, you're going to see it in... Yeah, in this game you're going to see it more specifically than the second game I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you two games today. But I love that the way they've set the mechanics up, the rank of the tank, or the tier of the tank is not super important. Obviously, newer tanks are going to have better penetration on their guns and different things like that. And, you know, obviously armor thickness is going to be different. At the beginning of the war, the armor was not very thick, and toward the end of the war, it got a lot thicker, at least triple. The thickness of armor tripled, right? At least. And so that is I mean, that's natural progression, though, right? That's very, very natural. It's not a hit point thing, which that's what I can't really stand about other games. It's hit point based. Like, it doesn't matter where you hit the guy that much. Like, module damage is important, sure, but in a hit point based game, it kind of doesn't matter where you hit him. But in this game, I can shoot a guy in the back of his tank over and over and over and over, and if it doesn't hit anything significant, like crew members or modules, it doesn't do anything. Like, there's a one-shot kill. You can see it went right through the front plate because he's angled down. Well, it probably would have went through anyway because it's a BT-7. Their armor is basically non-existent. But, and then it killed the entire crew, and I got the kill. One shot. One-shot kill. I mean, that should happen. And there you go again. See, I didn't get hit that many times. And look, it took my tank out. Not because it took out the hit points, but because it killed the crew and, you know, destroyed the tank, things like that, destroyed all the modules, whatever. I like that better, and I think the biggest reason I like that, and I think most people would like that style, is because it means your skill is a bigger factor in the outcome of matches for you, or in the outcome of driving your tank, really. Again, I'm at the lower tier levels here. I'm driving... This is a reserve tank, if I remember correctly. And then I'm getting up to tier, I want to say 2 or 3 out of 15? I can't remember how it goes. I think it's 20, but basically there are ranks. And they're trying to use a rank system, which I don't really like the rank system. I like the old tier system, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is. And that guy's on fire. He's on fire, Ricky Bobby! But I just like this mechanic better. Again, at the lower tiers I like it. See, I might not like this at the higher tiers. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, because I haven't been, you know... I'm really trying to kind of work all my tanks at the same time, because the way War Thunder works, which again I like better anyway in arcade, is you don't just get one tank. There we go. There's another one-shot kill to a BT-7. I hate those BT-7s. They're really, really fast. They can be really dangerous. You got to take them out quick. Definitely primary those targets when I see them. I think my top priority in these games are the Stugs, because they have such great armor and their gun is so insane. I usually try to take them out first. Second would be BT-7 or any other fast type of a tank, because you don't want them to get around you and shoot you in, you know, the weak armor or things like that. I normally fight at quite distant ranges. So again, somebody advancing or getting close to me, I'd want to take them out pretty quick. Again, at the lower tiers, a lot of these players are situationally unaware, right? They're just driving right out into the mix, and they don't even see a guy way off in the distance shooting him in the face. For two reasons. It could be they don't see me at all, and my friendlies are spotting them, and that's why I know where they are, and I'm basically getting the position radioed to me. Or they are so concerned with people that are right in their face, because they're driving right up to people's faces, that they're not really worried about the guy way in the distance shooting them. I'm always very aware of incoming rounds, so I don't know what they're doing. But it could be, again, it could be they're very new to the game, because Tier 3 is, you know, 2 or 3 or whatever, is really early on in the game. So I'm definitely going to be probably focusing on War Thunder, just because the mechanics are insane. I love the mechanics. So, and then I'll still be doing World of Tanks, and then a little bit I'll be probably playing some Armored Warfare. I haven't been been able to get any games that I wanted to show you in Armored Warfare. Partially because I'm still new to that game, and I'm still learning the mechanics and things like that. I'm also learning all the maps and everything like that. And my tanks are like tier 3 and not super exciting. The games I've been playing have not really been super exciting. You know, it kind of is what it is. The maps are a lot different also between War Thunder and World of Tanks and Armored Warfare. Armored Warfare and World of Tanks are almost twins. Like, Armored Warfare basically just took World of Tanks and copied it. There are a couple things that are awesome about Armored Warfare that World of Tanks, I feel, did not a great job with, and so they're not in Armored Warfare, which is cool, like gold rounds. The blight of World of Tanks, in my opinion. I know if you don't hold my opinion, it's fine. I don't think you're wrong or anything just because your opinion's different. Everybody likes their games different, right? I mean, everybody likes different mechanics, so that's fine. I don't care if you love gold rounds. That's great. If you love them, great, do it. Still continue to play your game, you know. I'm not saying don't play it. But anyway, I'll probably be getting some premium when I do play this. I have been playing it a lot more lately, like I've been saying. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I do also want to get back into planes with War Thunder. I've been really focusing on tanks because I want to make sure I can continue to get you guys Tank Tuesday coverage. And like I said, I would like to expand this to Tuesdays and Thursdays if I can get enough footage. I know for the last couple of weeks I've been playing the Black Desert Closed Beta 2 pretty exclusively because I also want to release some videos on that, and when it releases in early March, I want to already know what I'm doing in that game so I can start pumping out videos right away. Because in the past I've noticed that people don't really want to see videos when you don't know what you're doing. They just don't want to watch those videos. Even though for me, I thought it was kind of fun to like kind of watch your YouTuber learn the game and go through the thought process of what I'm doing to learn, or things that I'm working through in my head to learn new systems. I thought that would be kind of cool to observe, but a lot of people don't like that. See, there you go, one-shot kill on the PZ3 right there. That's awesome. Rank doesn't matter. This is a reserve tank, and I just killed a tier 2, I believe, and got rank doesn't matter, because it doesn't in this game. What matters is situational awareness and you know, your skills as a driver and as a gunner, really. You still want to shoot center of mass on these tanks because, especially with spalling damage, as you can see when my shell hits the armor and you know, it looks like it separates, the shell separates. I think part of that is the shell, but I think most of it, if not all of it, is spalling is when that round hits the armor inside of the tank, that armor buckles, and a lot of shards of that armor will come blasting off inside of the tank. Those shards or pieces of the armor will break away from the armor and shoot out into the tank. That's why when you see in World of Thunder, that's funny, World of Tanks, you can get a spall liner. A spall liner would protect against those shards flying around the tank, right? It would, the shards would still happen, the shrapnel, I guess, and it would hit the liner, and it would that liner would stop the spall damage. Interestingly enough, I think the spall liner in World of Tanks only protects against HE damage or something. So that's weird, because in this game it would protect your crew and other things, but in this game it's from all shots. I think I'm just firing regular ammo. I'm not firing HE, so I don't know what the difference is there with spalling in other games in this game. How much time do I have? I feel like it's... No, I got a little bit of time. So, as you can see, I'm pretty much taking dudes out in this match. Again, firing at range is just a good idea. I definitely try to kill people at range first and then move in, because here's what I don't want to happen is, you can see I'm crawling up into areas right now where just a few minutes ago we're swarming with enemies, right? New enemies were coming through this area constantly. And so if I pulled up like this to take these shots like I'm doing here, I would be getting hit from the right now, from new guys who were spawning in, and just, you know, hey, there's a free target, let's just shoot this guy, because obviously he's going to be an easy kill. So I waited until basically people are running out of tanks at this point, and my spot kind of died out as far as new targets. So now I'm just kind of going in and finishing these guys off to help secure this cap, to make sure we get the win. See here again, if you keep hitting the same modules and crew, you're not going to kill the tank. I don't care how many times you shoot that guy. So right here, I kill the remaining crew and kill the tank. I like that. I don't like hit points. It's artificial. It might be what World of Tanks had to do. Maybe their system couldn't be as complex as War Thunder's system, you know, because technology was different back then, or the technology they had available was not what's not specific enough, not sophisticated enough. Maybe, you know, because I know people are like, oh, I wish World of Tanks maps were bigger. And I do too, and that's another thing I love about War Thunder is their maps are gigantic. You have plenty of space to do any kind of maneuvers you'd want to do. As far as as far as I have observed anyway, in War Thunder they had the limitation. They had to have those maps that size. They didn't have a choice. So there you can see 10 ground targets killed. I captured a zone, kill assist, and everything. Let's get the second game. I don't think I have a plate. I might show it to you. Might not. Hold on a second. Let's get the other game. Oh, there we go. Here's the end plate for this game. I think I died once. I don't even think I died twice. So yeah, researched all the tier, everything in that tier. So you can see I'm getting pretty close to having this one done, which is awesome. Gonna get a new tank soon, get the engine. I'm really only working on artillery support, then I'll be able to retire this tank and get something else. Oh yeah, on hand, the most assists, I think. Heavy Metal Fury, I don't know what that one is. Destroy the most ground vehicles. Missions 110, defending ground units. Rank does not matter, which we were talking about eye for an eye, so I killed the guy who killed me. So pretty good game. Let's get another one. Hold on a second. Okay, so the second game here, this was just a super fun match you're going to see. It gets kind of crazy at a couple points. Just great time had by all here. Also, I need to remember to, hopefully I did remember, to turn down the game sound. I know the game sound in the first video I did with War Thunder was really crazy because I've since, you know, when I had that hiatus, I kind of adjusted all the sound up. Because I know for videos, I always have it turned way down because you can't hear me talk because the game sound is overpowering. So here I am in the PZ3. I really, like I already said before, I love this tank. I'm really trying to, I already elited, well, I call it elited, the E series of this tank. No, the F series, and I'm doing the E series, I think, right now. But it's a great, fun tank. Really heavy hitter, great mobility, just all-around awesome tank. I just steamrolled through that stone wall there, as you can see. One thing I noticed, though, about the War Thunder graphics on their tanks, while I like that they look worn and they've been used, they almost look too rusty and too jacked up. Like, I don't remember seeing, you know, pictures of these tanks and while they're in service looking this worn out. This definitely looks like a tank that's 20 years old. Instead of, you know, 2 years old or something like that, right? So, I don't know. I'm wondering if they just took, like, whatever models they had, you know, pictures of stuff that's still around now, and they just copied it straight over. So let's get rid of this guy. There we go. There's most of his crew members dead and other parts of his tank. Again, I just keep hitting center mass usually with when I'm shooting. You can see me moving around a little bit. There we go. Get the last crew member there and get the kill. He's dead. At this point, I shouldn't move forward too much because then I don't want to be flanked. I think one of the biggest issues I've had really when I'm playing War Thunder is getting flanked by being too aggressive with moving ahead before enemies are handled. Just have to have some patience. I usually watch to make sure that ally tanks are moving forward as well on my left and right flank if I am in the center like I am here. Because then I'm protected from enemies just kind of strolling up and doing whatever they want. Nice hit right there, getting 2 of the 4 crew members, I believe. PZ3E, that's the same tank as me. Really need to get that guy out of the game. Nice hit there, but not good enough. But he backs up, so I can... Oh, and I get one shot. Well... Yeah, that was a one-shot by an M3 Lee. That happens quite a bit from that main cannon. It's a really great gun. Another great thing about this game, seriously, is that the M3 Lee is good in this game. It has good armor in the front, and it's got that big gun that you know is actually great. Oh, now I'm going to use a PZ2F. This is definitely a reserve tank. I think it's reserve. No, it's a tier 1 tank. This is a fun little tank. Not as great as other tanks because it has, you know, it's a machine gun as its main weapon. It's a 20 cal, I think, 20 millimeter gun, which is still significant, but against heavier armor, like even on a PZ3 or especially a Stug, you're not doing anything. But it's a fun little tank regardless. I had a lot of fun with it in World of... it has a special place for me from World of Tanks, just because I loved it so much when I first started playing the game, World of Tanks. So anyway, yeah, that's another stark difference we can see when you play War Thunder, in between playing War Thunder and playing World of Tanks, is how much better the M3 is in this game. Now, the M3 in real life was never that great of a tank. It was kind of a transition tank before the United States Army had the Sherman, because I think it was pretty much a pre-World War II tank. I'm pretty certain of that. I don't know the history of tanks as well as a lot of other tanks. I wouldn't consider myself a tank enthusiast. Well, I would, and there you can see it. A bush goes down, but I'm not sure if anybody ever shows up there, so I'm not really sure why that happened. So I'm kind of freaked out right here, thinking, well, somebody's there. Like, somebody is going to pop out, and I don't want to move forward and get surprised. But I would definitely say I like tanks a lot. I love tanks. I've always been really... loved mainly the German Tiger tank. I was always thought that was an awesome tank. I mean, mainly I love World War II, the history of World War II and stuff. Obviously, I don't love that it happened. World War, you know, wars like that are never good. You can never be happy about them. But I've always been very curious about the history of World War II and the battles and things like that. From a high-level perspective, I know a lot about World War II. From on-the-ground equipment perspective, I don't have as much knowledge and understanding as a lot of people do, and I'm not that interested in it. The strategy of the war and things like that are more interesting to me. The higher level stuff is more interesting to me than the exact specifics of every tank that was used or every plane in the war or something like that. I'm just not that. That's not me. Now my chair's creaking around. I really need a new chair. I'm waiting until it dies. It's a good thing that Stug 3 is dead. Did not want to get in there messing around with him. At this point, I'm really expecting to get flanked, because you can see I'm definitely the head of the spear for our push here, and I'm just waiting for guys to be popping out. One thing I noticed about War Thunder as well is even though you see guys on the minimap, it can be very hard to spot them face to face, because tanks don't show up as easily as they do in World of Tanks. Which is kind of a good thing. I think it's more realistic. The tanks blend in more, and I'm getting wasted by this dude right here, Crusader Mark III. I think, is that a British tank? I don't know. I definitely don't know the British tanks. I know the German, of the tanks I do know some information about. It's mainly just German tanks and the American tanks. I don't really know any other tanks, but definitely there obviously are British tanks and other nations had tanks as well. I just don't know a lot about them. So I'm waiting for him to crawl up, because I'm sure, yeah, here, that's a BT5. So luckily his armor is very, very thin. I pretty much take him out right there. I'm going to wait for the reload. We got the Crusader Mark III, I think, trying to take pot shots against me. I really should get out of this situation and back up so he cannot shoot at me. So there, he dies and I get the kill assist. I know I've always said the kill is better than the kill assist. But what's better than getting the kill is saving your tank. But again, what I wanted to talk about was how I love in World of Thunder, I almost said it again, War Thunder, how you get 3 tanks on these arcade battles, because I feel it's great because people don't sit behind a rock for the whole damn game. Oh, this is a great little in-your-face thing I had with this Stug. I thought I was going to be dead right from the jump, and this is a great little dogfight we had in our tanks. Now, the Stug, obviously being a fixed gun, having a fixed gun housing here, having a little bit of a hard time dealing with a turreted tank, as it should be. But I'm also having a difficult time because I need to get side shots or rear shots on him, and the Stug has great mobility. So he's able to stay in front of me pretty good, and my shots, even on his lower plate, not doing anything because I have a 20mm, machine gun basically, and he's got this giant cannon in my face. So I did get a lucky hit right there and hit his ammo, so he's reloading slightly slower. I thought I had set him on fire, but no, it was just a fire on the ground. So he's still firing into me, just not getting good hits. I really should have gotten one shot. So I'm trying to juke him right here, and it's successful. Now I've almost got shots into the side. My turret is locked at this point. Really needs to be repaired, but I cannot repair it. You can see it's barely moving. And luckily, a friendly comes up behind him, BT7, and takes him out. I'm not even caring at this point that I didn't get the kill for that. I just wanted to survive, and I did. I survived a dog fight with a Stug. That is pretty epic. At this point, I was just like screaming at the computers, thinking it was so awesome and loving life at this point, even though I'm so messed up. It's time to repair. If I haven't said it before, the first thing you should unlock in any tank are the parts, so you can repair in the field. I definitely recommend that because, again, the biggest thing in these games is to stay alive. I have not repaired yet. I don't know why. I guess I'm just fine with not caring at this point. Really need to pick up this, pick up the capture right here to get that win going. Again, the win is really important, I feel, in all these kind of games because you get bonuses, and also capturing the zone, you get credits and XP as well. Plus, puts pressure on the enemy to push up into the cap, basically, because now we have control over it, and it's going to be hurting them for certain, right? One of the things I also like, and it seems to be happening a lot more, you can see I'm having to really work with my turret here because and a ground unit destroyed while my turret's locked, and I'm simply not repairing it. Oh, now I decide to repair it. Oh no, I'm not repairing. Again, not repairing. I don't know why I'm not repairing. I really need to hide and repair it here. But I'm really loving this game. I'm loving everything about this game. Now again, I'm at the low tiers, and a lot of times these games are a lot of fun at the low tiers, and then they start to, you know, turn into not a lot of fun at the higher tiers because you end up going against, you know, much higher tier tanks with a bigger hit point pool, and their guns are doing more damage and things like that. Really artificial ways of tiering the tanks that, again, in my opinion, and in the opinion of the War Thunder devs, which is great, should not be happening. That is not what the tank game should be about. The tank game should be about modules dying and crew death, and that, because that's more realistic. This guy dies before I can do anything to him. But here we go. These little flak tanks, man, they like to put a lot of damage into you. So here's boom, right up into his face. He's totally oblivious to me at this point. I think how does he not know I'm there? I'm pushing him all over. I got to be in his screen by now. Just trying to lock him down so I can wait for my reload, because my reload at this point is really bad. Oh, there we go. I let him down so I can get some good hits into him, and he gets the kill on me. But I still had a lot of fun with the PZ2 there. Still can't wait to unlock it, or fully unlock it though, because that 20mm cannon is just not going to cut it in these games. Just not enough penetration. Now I'm back into my reserve tank, which actually I feel like this tank is better than this 35T, I believe, is better than the PZ2 because of it has the gun. Definitely need a good gun. But anyway, back to, I love that this game is about actually killing tanks instead of managing your hit point pool. What does that have to do with tanks? And nothing. I can, like, they even show pictures, real World War II pictures, this is not a stretch or anything, but of shells going right through tanks. You can see the tank crew get out, and they point out the shell that went right through the center of their tank. Didn't even do anything. They were fully functional still. And that I like. It should be that way. So right here I'm hitting spacebar to shoot at this plane, and I actually have a lot of plane kills in the tank version of this game, ground forces, because of that machine gun. So if they start flying low at you and trying to dive bomb you and everything, shoot them, take them out, man. I've done it, and it's actually a really good feeling to be in a tank and take out a plane. It's just kind of cool. Like, usually you'd think with paper rock scissors style of game theory thinking, that plane should shred you, and really they should shred you. They have nice cannons against your really weak top armor, and that should be just taking you out. And a lot of times they do, but it's a great feeling to just get some nice hits on those planes and take them out. So here I'm again shooting at another, I think this is a BT-5. I know BT-5 and 7 are both in the game. Yeah, it's BT-5. They're very fast tanks. It's nice to get, especially if you get engine hits on those guys and lock them down, because their real strength is their speed. So you can see this guy, he's in a Locust, and I'm surprised I didn't get the kill. He one-shots me. You know, that happens, and that's going to do it for the end of this game. Stay tuned for more Tank Tuesdays. I'll see you guys next time.